So there might be a limit, but we haven't yet found it. But efficiency-wise, smaller plates are easier.
Cool. You have another press too, right?
Yeah, there's another press. That's we call this the hot press, and then we have here the cold press. The difference with this press is that this press doesn't have any heating spirals. So for this press we use a mold in which we put plastic granite, put it in the pizza oven, and when everything is melted we put it in this press. And with 4 hydraulic jacks of each 8 tons, we press the plastic together in the plate shape.
Cool.
And then it cools in the machine. And benefit of this machine is that it can cool down the plate or the sheet in less or around an hour.
Nice.
So that's really fast compared to this machine, which takes 6 hours to cool down. So that's a real nice improvement. But we're also trying to improve this machine to see if we can introduce a mold in the hot press and do the cooling outside of the press, so then we can cut down production times. So simultaneously we're doing tests and improvements on both of these presses, and then when we've gathered enough information, we're going to redesign either one of them or make a completely new design.
Cool.
And combine everything that we learned and see what works best. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are there any particular challenges you guys have been facing that have been?
Well, for different types of materials, the plastic that stays behind in the mold can be quite tough to remove. So we're still looking for the best way to release the sheets and also the excess material that stays behind. So we're looking for better mold release stuff. Yeah, and one of the biggest challenges I think is making the machines still accessible to build them.
Sure.
So now we have a lot of steel, you need to do a lot of welding. Some parts need to be welded properly because otherwise they break. So we're also trying to simplify that.
Cool. I saw some samples behind the tent.
Yeah. This is the latest sheet that I've pressed with the cold press.
Nice.
So this is HDPE, has a really nice surface, and structurally it's pretty solid.
Cool.
Only thing is that there's still really small air pockets at the surface. Inside it's fully solid, but at the surface you see small dimples. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, and then over here we have some more samples. These samples are from the hot press.
Okay.
The black machine that you saw. So this is a really thick sheet that we made.
Nice.
And this is, I think, about the maximum we can do. Yeah.
Are there any plastics in particular that do well with the sheet press over others, or? Well,
polypropylene has the easiest manufacturing qualities. So it spreads quite easily, it melts easily. The result is also quite nice, and the excess material is easy to remove. And HDPE has more trouble. There's more trouble of removing the excess materials, and the overall process is somewhat harder. But the result I like. The plate results I like really a lot.
Cool. Thanks so much for sharing, man.
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna go talk to Vicente and see what he's doing with all these sheets.
Yeah. Say hi.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Vicente.
Hey, hello.
Could you show us some of the stuff you've been working on with the plastic sheets?
Yeah, sure. So right now we are doing mostly PS, HDPE, and PP plates. And it's the first time that we are able to work with these sheets, so we are trying to test them. We are trying to find the best cutting methods for the sheets, and also different types of joinery. Is it possible to weld? Is it possible just to screw on it or just to snap in? Which are the differences between them?
So what kind of joinery methods have you been experimenting with?
Yeah, for instance, we have this snapping thing, kind of strong.
Yeah.
We also work with this tolerance hammering method. And also this, for instance, this snapping one was like really strong one because
Cool.
it's snapping plus working with the tolerance really well.
Nice.
So 90 degrees. Basically what we understood from this material is that PP and HDPE both are really soft and really good materials to work with. HDPE slightly better than PPE to work. One interesting thing that I can show you right now, for instance, is this method that we are trying to develop, which is called mirror welding, in which we put fire on this part of it, and then we try to melt two plates together by pressing them.
And how's that been working?
It's been working kind of well so far. There is no line in the middle. We have been cutting these samples and we are going to try it and see.
Cool, man.
So basically what we are trying to do is learning from the material and develop till the limit, push to the limit more or less the sheets.
Yeah.
And document that.
So what kinds of different things have you been making using these methods?
For instance, this is a table that works just with the snap-in, and it's kind of strong. If you try to press on it, you won't break it. But the only problem is, again, it's wobbly.
Are there any particular challenges or anything that you've been facing as you've worked on this that have been tough to overcome so far?
Basically, every new test, it's something. There is a failure on it, and there's something to learn with it. Working with the CNC machine ended up being like really good results, but at the end, we had as well to learn how to finish it again, because some parts are melting when you are cutting. There is a problem because if it's too fast, the cutting, then both parts of the cut melt again, the plastic. So sometimes it ended up being welded again. So you were trying to cut and nothing happened at the end. But it's just about trying to find the best blades to work with.
Oh man.
Yeah, check out the forums to see the further developments and let us know which kind of applications would you love to see.
Yeah, and same goes for Mark's project. The stuff that he and Jason are working on, all of that progress is in the forums as well. So check out the links below if you'd like to contribute or just send them words of encouragement.
Earlier this month, we filled this river with 30,000 plastic bottles. We're about a 5-minute walk from the V4 workspace, and this year we partnered with Glow, a local light festival in Eindhoven that every year they put on a light event, and there's all these light installations throughout the city. They asked us to help with installing one, kind of focus on the plastic waste issue in society. In this case, these 30,000 plastic bottles, they're approximately the amount the Netherlands uses every 10 minutes. And Eindhoven itself just in half a day. So we installed this exhibit, we installed our flag, we had a few lucky volunteers jump in the cold river, and then we cleaned it up after the week was over. And next year we're going to use these bottles to make a new exhibition. We don't know what yet, but if you have any ideas for 30,000 plastic bottles and pretty lights, let us know. We have a year.
How's the water? The water was quite cold,
Yeah, it was
let's say,
relatively
but
cold.
when you get warm again, I mean, they seem like
It feels nice now.
You have new legs.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Also,
like.
also new balls.
It's rejuvenated. Right?
I don't think they came back already.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you have to like maybe one day.
Still working on that.
Gone for the winter.
Gone for the winter. Let's go. Okay, okay. It's done.